Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Rose of Venus Tarot. Thank you so much for clicking onto my video, ladies. Divine feminines, light feminines, dark feminines, and all of my haters that decided to tune in. You're getting me paid, haters. This is going to be a love reading, you guys. Let's get into it. Divine, please guide me and protect me as I dive into this collective love energy. Please give me clear and concise and precise messages. Let me know what's going on in this love energy. What do we need to know of? What do we need to be aware of? What's going on in our love life? Tell us our divine masculine and all of the people we are interested in. What are our love options, our love future here? I'm hearing people think you're funny as F and interesting as F and almost irresistible. Like, even though you're beautiful, you got a lot of people ready to risk it. You be making people, like, I don't know, hypnotized to the point where they might fall off their bikes. They might run a stoplight. Your beauty is tantalizing, but not just your beauty, like the way you carry yourself. You stick out. You're something. I don't even want to use that word enigma since I saw the Trump stuff. Oh my gosh, I was going to say you're an enigma. But this energy, you got a divine masculine who loves the things you say. They find you really funny, really cute, and they feel like they want that energy around them because they feel like it will instantly take their pain away. They feel like you always have something funny to say no matter what. It might be a result of your trauma or you just think differently. Everything you say is like, they're going over the things you say. It's like people get obsessed with you. Men get obsessed with you, not just for your looks, but because of who you are, the way you carry yourself, and the funny things you say. It really gut punches them. They find you to be an amusing and interesting girl. You guys are like a robot. You're like an AI to them. Like, you're like an AI chat box because you're so detached from people and what they think. They find you really entertaining to. You're like a stream of consciousness, like you can put things into you and you're not too mean. You're not calculated. You're very natural in your responses. Even though I compared you to an AI, if you think about it, AIs are more real than a lot of people these days, especially like a lot of feminine energies who are kind of over calculated. People are trying to, I almost went into my general collective energy reading, but I guess I'll put a little bit of that here. They notice how a lot of people try to emulate your naturalness. A lot of feminine energies feel the need to like want to emanate you because you vibrate confidence. So you control the room. They don't understand why they want to imitate you, but they feel like, it's just the thing to do. But people find you to be deep. They find you to be deep here. I'm going to use some love cards and pull this love energy, especially your divine masculine. He's wondering how you're deep and funny at the same time. You're deep, funny, ethereal, smart, creative, and just overall warm. What he wants to stress is your niceness. Even though you guys tell the truth, you're still kind about it and you're not passive aggressive. Not to say that you have to be nice, and that's another thing they love. But you guys are so warm. Can you forgive me is coming out. Can you forgive me? I feel like this is more of a can you forgive me, but you're so beautiful, like concentrating on your looks here. There is some energy that had a good time with you, and they felt like maybe they wanted to get you to chase them. They were just trying to play the game, the dating culture game here, but they didn't want you to push them out of your life here. It's like somebody wanted open access to you, but you're not the type to like allow people to have open access to you. Somebody wants, like, the type of energy that wants you to like follow back so they could just hit you up whenever. Like, a lot of you guys completely close out your energy and you're doing way better without allowing people to drain your energy here. You guys are protective of yourself. You're a princess now. I'm like, basically, you're a princess, a queen at that. Maybe you're a queen and you stop being a princess to your divine masculine. You're definitely his little princess, and you take his pain away. I wish I could hold you tonight. I wish I could hold you tonight. They want you to be like their little squish toy, their little squishamellow. They want to hold you and squish on you. Some of you guys are thick. You might be thick, chunky, whatever, because this person want to squish on your arms. Like they especially like your elbows and stuff. That's not for everybody, obviously. Some of you guys are thin, and that's pretty too. But some of you guys, they want to squish specifically on your elbows. You are, I told you, adorable is coming. You are adorable. This is where I'm getting that squishamellow energy. Some of you guys are like, you're like little cute chunky fairies. I don't know. Like, yeah. Some of you guys are chunky fairies. Some of you guys are thin fairies and you're cute. Some of you guys are petite. You're like short. Me, I'm big as hell. I'm 5'9", big, big, thick, plummet shit. Big, like a motherfucking drum shit. See that? Put a cat. Look at that. Love a fucking honey fat. And that's yeah. Some of you guys are like 5'2" or something about you is the way you dress. You could dress alternatively, but I'm getting like really cutesy. Of course, not every reading is going to resonate with everyone. I'd be doing like 4 readings a day, so click when that does resonate. I want you to enjoy your life. I want you to enjoy your life here. This person loves watching you enjoy your life because you always want to do something that's so unique. They want to enjoy life with you. This person wants to do what you want to do here because they find it to be relaxed. They find it to be interesting. You never want to do something that's too hard to do, and this is where that can you forgive me energy is coming out because somebody wanted to like avoid doing things with you, going places here. This could have been the past energy, but not past for you because the energy I read on is never past energy. This is somebody that could be still in your life right now, still watching you, still, wanting to have a future with you, but they realize a future with you means they would have to do things with you. They would have to attend you places. They would have to, really be there and not just try to talk around being there. Somebody wants to emanate that they're willing to do that with you, but you have to set those boundaries of being willing to sacrifice your happiness to be with somebody that's going to try to pull you down here, to see if they could just simplify it and just get sex, or they feel like they're too caught up in over complicated moves here. There's no, like, you're gonna, don't even worry about that toxic energy in the past. You don't need that person around. You don't need to play those games. You don't have to be one of those chicks that gotta, okay, well, first of all, and like, all right, and then cross your arms because you got a real divine masculine coming in. Were you guys, you ready? You ready? Yeah, okay, I'm ready. Wait, we gotta. I see 2 people stumbling out high, about to go camping in the woods and crap. Like, wait, you guys forget. Wait, we gotta drive back. I forgot the brownie mix. And then like you guys, all right, let's drive back. You're gonna have somebody that's fun and happy and excited rather than somebody that sees if they could try to reduce the relationship to hooking up. Um, Reduce a relationship to hooking up by trying to make a trip overly complicated. Well, I told you we would go next time, but maybe we would did that. Or if they're in the trip, they're gonna roll their eyes. Why do you always have to? And then it's like, and then they want to see if you can still enjoy yourself and then get off on you trying to fight their emotions, being separate from them, and then knowing that you guys probably aren't going to ask go to camping again. You're not going to ask to go to the movies again if they make a big deal about it. And this is really toxic energy, and they kind of bank on having you in that sort of toxic. So if anybody from the past comes back, I would say shut it down. There's not a lot of good, if you're relating to this reading, especially like the definitions that I described, like the feminine energy in reverse. This person, you are a sweet, adorable, squishy, happy person, and there's somebody that's gonna love that for life. A lot of people and options you have, but you have somebody that wants to prey on your vulnerabilities. I can't stand how those cute little fairy type of, no, like they have true nymph, wood nymph energy here, and some people just want to squish that out of them. Somebody is like, like this toxic masculine just gets off on trying to bring you down a level because you are so happy in life and you do love yourself and you are so detached here. And they're like, it's your fault for messing with me if you don't know. And like they want you to get in that bitter role of like, okay, I gotta stand on business, like, around men, and or they're not gonna take me seriously. Like, I hate that type of man you gotta stand on business with. I don't want nobody I gotta stand on business with. I want to be an idiot. I want to be like when you're around. I don't even want to drive. Here, I just want to, yeah, oh wait, I'll run in and get the brownie mix we forgot. And I'm smart, intelligent with all of that, and make my own money and all of that shit. But if I gotta like stand on business and like, okay, no, okay, no, 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 you're not getting any kitty cat until we go on that dating trip that we said you were going to be on, and I don't care, like it or not, you're coming over. I'm like, if I got to be in that energy, you just got to find a woman that's in that energy. I'm laid back, and as soon as I see that this is the type of man to test boundaries, I'm like, you already know where my boundaries are for you to test them. And keep in mind, people know where your boundaries are if they're to test them. I feel the love coming out here. People could feel the love coming off of you. And yes, make people respect you and tell them your boundaries. But you're going to have a lover that's going to be like, wait, are you sad? Don't be sad. We're going to have a good time. It's okay if we forgot the marshmallows. Wait, do you want? Okay. Um, and then it's just all natural right there. I mean, you guys are gonna have good trips. Like, yo, like a good love life is coming in here. But I feel the love. People can feel the love emanating for you from you, and they can feel your want for love here. People are trying to connect with you. You got somebody that thinks about you and been thinking about you since the day they first saw you. And I'm like, yo, I could see this person. Some of you guys, you could have met them in like a grocery store. This person works at the grocery store. Somebody has a crush on you. They're like, I wonder if they think about me too. Like, somebody's like the day they first saw you, they really lit up when they saw you. I feel like a lot of people can see this love energy here. You got so many options. Oh my gosh, you got so many options. You could pass these like Stockton, just dropped it. What is it? Just joshing. Brand new whip, just hopped in. I'm like, what's popping? You got, yeah, okay, I messed that line up. All right, whatever. I'll move on. Divine, please tell me more. My mouth was drooling too bad because I got a freaking Biscoff. What is this? McFlurry. They got the Biscoff McFlurries here in the Netherlands. I was like, I ain't have a McFlurry in a minute because I saw Biscoff and I saw the pistachio ones. I was like, I gotta try a pistachio McFlurry, and I had to try a Biscoff one. I need to do the partnership things to advertise things like that because I've been advertising things instead of like, and I could be getting paid to do that. But YouTube just emailed me to something specific partnerships. I want to make it up to you. I want to make it up to you. You are adorable coming out here. Yes, somebody wants to make it up to you truly, but somebody wants to come in and pretend like they want to make it up to you. Don't let this energy back in. This is loser energy. They just want to bring you down to like feel powerful and feel good about themselves. They don't have anything to offer you in life. And it's just like they can't respect people who are nice. It's like they have to undo the abuse that they went through with their mother here. I feel like their mother could have been very neglectful, abusive, or they got some sort of trauma tied to the feminine energy, you know? Or maybe their mom was like a pushover and they could have saw their mom in abusive relationships and they could have like, yeah, this is deep. This person could have saw their mom in like abusive relationships and she didn't do anything about it. She didn't know how to stand up for herself. She didn't know how to put a man in his place. She just like kind of took whatever. Some of you remind him of his mom, but you guys are protective with your energy. They want you to stay and have those sort of like strong, they want that sense of strength in you that they just don't see in you. But somebody is absolutely in love with the fact they don't see that stand on business, strength within you. Some of you guys do have that, but that this reading is probably not for you. As I said, not every reading is going to resonate with everyone. A lot of you guys who relate to this energy, you're squishamellow. You know, you call people out on things and you're like, you might have trouble calling people out on things and really standing up for yourself. This one is going to be the love that backs you and helps you in standing up for yourself. Because I'm hearing that Mario song, Girl, Let Me Love You Before You Learn to Love Yourself. You know, and whatnot here. Like a lot of you guys are going to be that nymph energy, that feminine energy, that fairy energy that you are in your mind, and they appreciate you for that. Whereas there's some people who are like, why you gotta do all that? Why you want to be this weird fairy girl? I hate loser men who think loser-ish like that. I'm like, you either like a woman or you move on from her. But there's men who appreciates that there's a whole bunch of different types of women. Trying to force women to all be the same and in one category, or constantly talking down on women and like being misogynistic is just old. It's old, it's dumb, especially in a world. That's why I can't take men serious when they talk about prejudice and racism. I'm like, shut up, because you really only speaking for the men in your race. You want women to, if your race, to undergo multiple types of prejudices, even just for having a kid. I'm like, a baby mother. Oh wow, a baby mother. So you telling me she's a mom to a baby? Like, you know, it's like, you know, like, yo, it's like, yo, oh my God, you know, like that shouldn't be, oh, like, you know, just like all of those names, back gold digger, all of that type of ish. I'm like, it'd be too much. And then you wonder why a lot of women don't like interacting with men. Why, like, there's a lot of men, they be like wondering why women don't just bask in the attention that men give you, because it's often negative, or it's going to flip into negativity. Or just because he's like, hey beautiful, don't mean hey beautiful, she got green hair though, and she got that weird devil tattoo, and she probably this that, and then they could think in very derogatory ways and just do derogatory ish. Or how can I hurt this, how can I break this, how can I like make her chase me? I think I want to be the girl, I'm a baddie too. It's like, you know, a lot of that energy is unpleasant. It's not pleasant to interact with a lot of men as a woman. That's why we don't just bask in it when men are around. We have a tendency that now we got to stand on business, you know, because your mom was a, because I don't know. You deserve the best is coming out here. No, you deserve the best. You deserve a very fine masculine energy that could truly take care of you. Of course, it was on his mom to walk away, but that's back in the day. They did what they needed to do, you know, in society, the way it was structured. And this wounds aren't for you to heal. You got somebody here who you deserve the best, and they know you deserve the best, and you're not going to be getting anything less than the best here. It's like a lot of love coming out in this energy where they appreciate that sort of softness, because maybe this divine masculine could have had the opposite. They could have had a mother that was always standing on business. They could have had a mother that had the refrigerator locked. They weren't allowed to have a certain amount of snacks. They had to do this. They had to do that. They could have had a mother that was always angry and, or maybe always on the move. If they weren't always angry, they could have been a working mother. They could have worked a lot. Maybe they had a father that was dominantly home and taking care of them, but they didn't. Yeah, they could have had a father that was predominantly playing the feminine role, but they never got that sort of like feminine love and kisses and squeezes. This is why this person wishes that they could hold you a lot. There's something about cuddling and holding and kissing a lot. Like they could have been put in daycare early, like, so they didn't get those mommy kisses, those mommy hugs and stuff. And that divine femininity. You guys just look like a safe place. I never meant to hurt you is coming out under the can you forgive me energy card here. But somebody is like, if you are desperate enough to actually let them back in, they don't know. Like this person got a mixed up mind. Don't go back to anybody from the past, even though this person from the past is trying to build a future with you. And don't feel like you got to explain yourself to this person. If they see you, like, they add, I wouldn't even keep people like that on my social media. A lot of you guys need to block more and not just think you can have these people floating around and like, okay, yeah, we didn't work out now with this guy. A lot of you guys, you don't need to keep people to collectors items, especially if you're an alternative girly, or you got to be aware of your beauty. When I say the beautiful people, you know who I'm talking about. The beautiful people. The beautiful people is all relative to the size of your steeple. That's the Marilyn Manson song. So even the alternative people, even if you guys think I'm not that cute, you wear funny bows and shit, and you got certain tattoos, you like colorful hair, you wear like lace frilly shit, you dress in like, I don't know, what is that, coquette, or like I don't know, like marionette doll style, whatever you guys dress up as, dress up like a fairy or a rock star, or you got blue hair, whatever, that attracts attention to people. A lot of masculines, regular masculines that aren't alternative, they resent people who have colored hair. A guy finally dyed his hair green at the gym I used to go to when I was in the Bronx. And I appreciate a couple of guys dyeing their hair green after seeing me with green. Because somebody also came up to me, I remember before, it was a man. Um, he said, I like your hair. I said, thank you. He's like, he said, why is it green? You trying to get attention? I'm like, what the hell does that mean? I didn't say anything to him. I just rolled my eyes and walked away. After that, I'm like, I'm not even gonna say thank you to guys saying dumb shit like that. Why would he say that? I'm like, for no other reason than to get under my skin. But some people, the guys really do think that. They think that the things you do are just for attention, and that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Just because you do things for attention doesn't mean that you deserve to get bullied. It's called being an entertainer. It's called being an aesthetic. And then even if you did it because more than likely you just really like the color green. That's why. Just thought you don't have to explain that to certain people, but you got a lot of men out there, their brains are dead. Like, they're very misogynistic to the point where everything you do as a female, you got to protect yourself. You can't have like no loser men around just to have them in your life. You don't need no idle man around. Like, a lot of people are, the men are dealing with loneliness for a reason here. Like, because a lot of women cannot tolerate being put down and disrespected. We're refusing to tolerate that BS. It's just not pleasant. We don't want to be put down and disrespected. a lot of us also don't want to be flirted with all the time and have a bunch of guys in our face that just want to talk. We don't want them to send memes either. We just don't like, a lot of us just don't want them around. Like, like unless it's our divine masculine who we could do stuff with, or there's like, it gotta be a reason. I'm like, I don't want you in my life just to have you in my life, boy. Like, no, ain't no friends. But that's it, you guys. I hope you have a good day, night, evening, whenever you're catching this love reading.